Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's gonna be my first Movie Monday.
Yes, I am very well aware I said Movie Monday, and I also am aware that I'm posting this on a Tuesday. I apologize for being late, but I promise it won't happen again. Maybe? I don't know. Anyways, enjoy.
And I'm going to be reviewing It Chapter 2. So before I get into the review, I just wanted to say that this will be a non-spoiler review. If you guys do end up wanting a spoiler review, please let me know down below or by voting up here in the little poll that I have here, and I'll try my best to do that. And yeah, so this will be a non-spoiler review, so if you haven't seen the movie, you can still watch the review. Also, if you have seen the movies, please do not spoil down below for anybody that has not seen it. So yeah, let's get right on to the review. So It Chapter 2 takes place 27 years after the first installment, which was It Chapter 1. And basically this time, Pennywise has returned and all of the losers are basically separated, and we kind of catch up with them through their adult years and what happened that summer in It Chapter 1 that we didn't really know about. And basically the story starts when people start disappearing in Derry. Mike calls up the losers and they all come back to Derry to, of course, fight Pennywise and try to end this thing once and for all. So basically, I went into this movie and I was kind of nervous. This was one of my biggest, one of my most anticipated movies of the year because I did really end up liking the first one, and it is actually one of my favorite movie remakes, like horror movie remakes, just because I think it is a very well made movie and it has more stories than scare, if that makes any sense. And I was really excited, but then I remember a few days before the premiere, I saw it on Sunday, and a few days people were kind of mixed about it. Some people were saying it was really good and some people were saying it was not that good, so I was a little bit scared. But honestly, I ended up liking the movie a lot. I think it was really good. I like It Chapter 1 more, and I'll get into that in a moment, but I still really think it was a good movie. I wanted to start off by talking about the casting because wow, the casting was so good. I think we all know from the casting, if you have seen them from the pictures, that they look pretty alike, but I'm talking more about how they played the characters, like how they played a younger Stanley, how they played a younger Eddie. I thought it was so well done. Like the mannerisms, the jokes, like the way they were even written was like there was no way that you could be confused about who's who, because you're like, oh, okay, of course this person is Richie, of course this one's Eddie. Like you obviously knew because of the jokes and the way that they would interact with the Losers Club, and I really liked that. Also, I thought that there was so much good chemistry between the adult kids. I just said adult kids. Between the adults, I really liked how we had, like, even after so many years, they were still very close friends, and it's honestly, and yeah, I just really liked that. I thought the chemistry was spot on. I wish we would have gotten more scenes of them together, which we do get a lot of scenes of them together, but for the entire middle portion of the movie, they were kind of on their own a little bit, and I get why they had to do that. I'm not going to get into spoilers, but they each had to kind of find something, and I understand why they did that. I just wish we got like everything together because honestly, I love them. Also, I want to talk about the length of the movie. It actually wasn't a problem to me. I heard a lot of people saying that it felt very long, but to me, it felt like a normal movie. The 2 hours and like 40 minutes flew by really fast. It was the only problem that I had with the runtime. And let me actually say this first. So basically, I was more scared. I thought It in Chapter 1 was scarier, but I had much more anxiety and was more tense during this one. I don't know if that makes any sense. But basically, they went really crazy with the CGI in this movie, like with the scares and stuff, and I do think there were a lot of scares in this one, but I didn't think it was as scary. And one of the big reasons I think that happened was because the entire middle portion was scare after scare after scare, and it was kind of like it was to a point. It sometimes works because it's sometimes in movies they do it because they want you to feel chaotic, and they want it to feel like it's honestly really scary. But it kind of got annoying to me. Like I was like, the first time it got me, and it got me good because I think I screamed, if you ask my friends, but it after a while I'm like, okay, again, like it kept kind of being like, okay, I know this is gonna happen, I know this thing is gonna turn into Pennywise, I know this was gonna happen, and it kind of got annoying to me because I don't know, I'm not a big fan of like how some horror movies do jump scares, but that's for another video. But I do think it did pick up at the end, like the last 40 maybe 50 minutes were really intense. And yeah, also I just want to say that this movie was really sad. Actually, I won't say that because but I was still really sad and I cried, and it was no spoilers though, but it was like, I do want to say that it was sad, and it made me, one thing that I do appreciate about that movie is the characters. And again, I haven't read the books or anything, and I'm pretty sure it's the same thing with the book, but I love the characters and I'm very attached to all of them. So also, my favorite part of this movie was Bill Hader. I loved him as Richie. He was so funny. I was gonna say the movie was also very funny, which I enjoy because it wasn't like, it felt like more than a horror movie. It wasn't just there to freak you out with some jump scares. It actually had a story behind it, so I really appreciated that. Also, I want to talk about the cinematography of this movie. The director did such a good job, and like the people in charge of cinematography, I'm a sucker for cinematography. I want to be a film director, and if anything, I also want to focus on cinematography because I love it so much. Without getting into spoilers, the transitions were amazing. There were a lot of scenes where it was, for example, Beverly and Bill talking, or Beverly talking to the other people, and it would kind of, the camera would pan and then it would be them young, and it was such a smooth transition. Like thinking about it, wow. And also there was this one where, if you've seen the movie, you know what I mean. It basically, the camera pans up to the sky, and then the skies, like the stars, they turned into puzzles, and then it turned into the scene where this character was picking out a puzzle piece, and it was so good. Like the movie flowed very, very nicely, which I really, really enjoyed. Also, Bill Skarsgård. Yes! One thing I really, really liked was how their fears, this isn't getting into spoilers, it was kind of similar, but they kind of changed because they're older, and I really enjoyed that because even though they're still like the kid, even though they're the same characters, obviously over time people change, and it's been 27 years, and I liked that we kind of got to see that more. The only thing I wish we would have gotten to see was a little more of what they did in their adult life, like just a little bit more, but maybe it's just me because I really like these characters, and I was like, please. Also, they kind of deepened most of the characters except Mike. I'm not gonna get into spoilers, but his character was so flat to me. I was kind of disrespected because we got, like I said, I wish we would have gotten a little bit more, but we got, oh, this person's married with this person did this, but he was just kind of like there, and it's not that he had no dialogue, because he does play a very important role in kind of bringing them back, but I wish he would have had more to do in a way. Like, his character, I felt, was just there. So yeah, basically, I liked it a lot. I'm gonna give this a B. I'm gonna give it like an 8 out of 10. I really did enjoy the movie. I thought, oh my god, wait, I have to mention something. I'm sorry, this review is all over the place. I'm such a bad movie reviewer. But they had to de-age Finn Wolfhard's face, and like a lot of their faces, because they obviously grew in the 2-year span, and I found out that they did that when they were doing post-production, and sometimes it is so noticeable and it is so distracting. Like, I know why they had to do that, and I think they did a pretty good job, because I think the second time around when they showed flashbacks, it wasn't that noticeable. But dude, like, the CGI, it was sometimes like he would be talking and Finn's eyes were like this gigantic thing, and I don't know, I found it funny, but also I was like, oh. And the voices too, like they had to put their voices higher pitched. But I mean, again, I understand, like, they had to do it and they did the best they could, but I just found it so funny. And yeah, I'm going to give this movie a B. I gave it like an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought about the movie down below, but again, without spoiling. And if you want a spoiler review, let me know, please. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this Movie Monday. Again, let me know what movies you want me to review next. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Friday's video. Bye.